Hi everybody. Happy. Oh my god, that was my nephew does that. He goes, oh. He has fantastic bangs and he just shakes his head. It's pretty cute. Uh, he's rubbing off on me. Hey, so let's talk about it. What do I want to talk about today? I want to talk about have you all heard the expression you teach what you need to learn? Do I have any teachers out there? Do I have any instructors out there? Do I have any coaches out there that often find the thing that they're delivering, the thing that they're reminding people of is the thing that they need to hear in that moment? Because it happens pretty much 100% of the time for me. I just think it was really hard for me in the beginning, kind of owning that, because I felt like it was something to be ashamed of. That it's like, well, if you're teaching, then that means you probably shouldn't, and you need to learn about it or remember it or whatever, and then you probably shouldn't be teaching it. But I just think it's part of the human experience, whether you're a teacher or not. The thing that you're preaching, the thing that you're trying to practice, like often we are the reason that we like teaching it, the reason that it's fascinating enough for us to share with others, even if it's just like, a suggestion to somebody or something, is because it's fascinating to us. And it's fascinating to us because there's something in there that we still need to navigate. There's something in there that we still need to learn. There's something in there that we still need to let go of or really start to practice for real, and part of how you strengthen that and deepen your understanding of something is by repeating it back, right? I mean, I think that's even like a teaching technique, like for realsies or something. Somebody smarter than me, I'm sure, has talked about that. So anyway, I just wanted to say that if you are a person that is supposed to be an expert in something, or keep thinking that you figured that thing out, or you learned that lesson and then you keep coming back to it, like, that's just life, and we're going to keep coming back to things until we really, really for realsy get it. And that could be forever, dude. So whatever, like, let's just let it be okay. I love this time. I might put this in the newsletter or do a blog about it. There's something bubbling and ruminating in my head right now. But, 2020 can be a time where we normalize. I thought it when I was looking at the sunset tonight. Normalize our humanity. Normalize our imperfections. Normalize not being on our A game all the time. I don't know. I mean, it's just not practical. Everything that old marketing, but everything that like has been programmed in all of us forever is, a lot of it's bullshit, and this notion of busyness and blah, it's like, oh my God, it's just noise. It's just crap. It's not real. It's not healthy. It's not how we naturally are. And I think, I don't know, you guys tell me if you felt any of this, but a lot of what I felt come up this year is just this idea of knowing yourself better in a lot of different ways, but also like, that's not how I want to spend my time. That doesn't feel good to operate at that pace anymore. That doesn't feel good to talk to that person anymore. I don't want to work like that anymore, or whatever. Like, it's just, everything has become so precious, and it's so obvious that everything is temporary, which is good. It's good. I've said this many times. I'm sorry. I can't remember whose quote it is, but the meaning of life is that it ends. It does. It's going to be done at some point. So what do you want it to look like, And we're in the sweet spot of the fall. We're here now. I was just texting with my best friend about this. I might write about this. There's a lot of big ahas that have come in for me in the last few days that are huge realizations. And the quote I said to her was, I feel like I crossed the finish line of a race I didn't know I was running. Like, because of stuff going on in my personal life, my family life, this journey that we've been on collectively, privately, it's been about almost 4.5 years, and it feels like we're finally done. And again, I didn't even know I was on this race. I didn't even know I was in this journey. I didn't even know it was all these varying different things that were going on were kind of related, or maybe they weren't related and they were just kind of compounding. But if I really take a moment, I always, when it's the new moon, which was last Friday, I always take a moment to just check in with myself and see where I'm at with my body, with my mind, with my heart, with my business, with my personal life, and just kind of reflect. And And one of my mentors who I adore, Kate Northrup, she talks about this time of completion, this time of closure, this time of reflection. And I realized, like, oh my God, this journey that I've been on is done. Like, it's wrapped up. It's wrapped up and everybody's fine. And even if not all of us made it out alive, which is true, that's okay. That's okay, because death is part of life. Loss is part of life. It just is. And there's so much to learn, and there's so much to gain, and energy is just energy, and it changes, and it's in different forms, and it's done. And I just realized, like, oh my God, I can take a deep breath. And maybe I wasn't ready to admit that it was done. Maybe I wasn't ready to let it go. So I had to kind of meditate on that and work through that and make peace with that, so it feels amazing. So I feel like I'm going all over the place here, but that's also this time that we're in now, right now, you guys, this fall time. The election's right around the corner. I mean, the last time we had an election was 4 years ago, right? So isn't that interesting that my personal journey is about 4.5 years old, and it's about to, because even if it, and I don't care. I mean, I do care. I really care what your thoughts and opinions are. And I hope, actually, I don't care what it is. I just hope that you do care. How about that? Even if we disagree about things, I'm open to having conversations. That's what I think we're supposed to be doing now. I think the only way any of us freaking make it out of here alive is if we start giving a shit about each other. I think that's the only way. I think that's the only way we get through whatever we're in right now, whatever this year is. For the United States, for our world, for our planet, the only way we get through this is if we rise up and start caring about one another and agreeing to disagree and have conversations about it without yelling at each other. I just think that's the way out. That's the way through. And it's our job to try it, to practice, to do it. Anyway, so my point being, regardless of how you want, if you are in this country, or even if you're not and you have an opinion about this election, regardless of how you want it to go, I hope you care, and I hope you're doing your part to ensure that it goes the way that you want it to, because that is part of the freedom here in this country, and it's very important. But irregardless, we're gonna know soon, and we're gonna wrap it up, and then it's gonna be something else, because no matter how you slice it, what happens in 3 weeks from tonight, 2 weeks from tonight, how close are we? 2 weeks from tonight. Whoa. We're going to be in a different chapter. So I don't know, maybe everyone take some time right now and think about where you were 4 years ago. And just aside from politics and aside from whatever, like, what was going on in your life? What relationships, were present and taking a lot of your time and energy in a good way or not so good way, what was work like? What was your career like? What dreams were you focused on that you either still are, or what have you let go of, and just really take a time to honor this transition that we're in. I think it's really important.